Okay. Okay. Right? Okay, let's see. Alright, we're gonna get here. Select the stream, refresh. That guy, connect, or share. We're gonna come over here and be like, bam. what what time is it? What time is it? Man, I feel like it's crazy. Things are crazy. So, what time is it? I mean, like, what do I mean? What time is it? Uh, okay, that sounds good. And then we're gonna post that, right? Post, copy, and then post, and then go to Facebook, and then make a new post, and be like, yo, Facebook too, check it out. Bam. And then next, right here, bam, post, post. Okay, I'm over here now, right? Right? Is it still going? It's still going. It's still going. It's still going. Go back to blue sky just for the moment. Oh, okay. Hello. Happy Saturday. Yes. What have I done? Nothing. Nothing. I have not played any really. I haven't really played Minecraft since finishing the wool farm. Like I haven't. I've been looking at it. I'm like, okay. Then I'm over here, and then I'm like, okay. I even think I need like some mud bricks and make this like a frame, like a proper frame. Like that's what I think the next step will be if I do something here. And then I'm like, okay. What about yellow? Okay. Then I'm like, what about that one? Oh, okay. What about this one? Okay. It's working. Here, let me do the chat. Yo, chat. This is actually happening. Say hello. Happy Saturday. Do AI D's nuts. Ah, that's funny. I don't have any plans, man. Like, what am I even doing? You know what? I want to like, why don't I like finish this off? Finish it. Make a proper train station. I would need mud bricks, a lot of mud bricks. I have cobblestone for days, but not mud bricks. Mud bricks are special mud bricks. So that should be my task then, because I don't have enough mud bricks. So messy here, man. I'm so messy. Okay. So yeah, what's going on? Donald Trump started a war with Iran. He just started a war with Iran. Um, and look at in my mud brick thing. There's no mud bricks. Yeah, you know where all the mud comes from for all those mud bricks that you see everywhere? You know where they come from? And like the predictable happens, which is Iran closes the Strait of Hormuz, and that's predictable, right? Of course that's what they're gonna do. All the intelligence assessments said that, of course, right? But if you don't put any stock into intelligence, then you're not gonna buy it. So you don't buy it, right? So Donald Trump didn't buy it that thought that Iran could do anything of any significance. Fucking bombs Iran, expects it to happen like it happened in Venezuela. Expected the same thing. And no, actually, no. It's not like that at all. And so Donald Trump is like, oh shit, I'm fucking up the whole world, and people are getting mad. Everyone's getting mad at me. So he's like, all right, I gotta fix it. And he's like, all right, allies, fucking come in and save my ass and help me fix this problem. And all the allies are like, nope, you broke it, you bought it. Like, yeah, they want oil, right? They don't want to starve either, right? Like, oil is way more expensive. I just filled up my gas tank the other day, and I was like, oh, holy shit. I'm paying like at least $10 more, at least, and it's just getting started. And I didn't even fill it up all the way. I probably would have ended up paying like $15 more than normal already. Already it's happening. Already. So, yeah, this is called an oil shock. We've done this before in the 1970s. So this isn't something brand new. We've done this before. Not like this bad. The last time it happened, it was OPEC. OPEC did it in the 1970s. OPEC is like a cartel. It was the cartel of oil producing countries. They would meet and agree to set prices at a certain level, and they would limit their production accordingly. That way, until the price level was met, and then that way they would control the price of oil to make sure that they kept getting paid. Because the fear was, if you let everybody just produce oil whenever, then the price of oil becomes very cheap, and all the other people are going to keep buying up the oil, and it's going to be a race to the bottom to see who can supply oil for the cheapest. But the problem is, oil doesn't grow back on trees. Oil isn't reproducing. Oil, it's a limited commodity. Like, there's only so much oil to go around. And so they didn't want to just sell their oil for as cheap as the market would pay. They wanted to create a price support. So that's why they made OPEC. And then to flex their muscles, they decided, oh yeah, we want oil to be like a certain dollar per barrel, like $100 a barrel or whatever. And they flexed their muscles. No, was it that, or was it the Iran oil? No. It must have been OPEC. I don't remember. I don't know. Oh, that's funny. I don't know. I don't know if it was OPEC or if it was because Iran had a revolution. I don't know if they contributed, if they both contributed. But there was an oil shock in the United States. Gas became really, really, really expensive and very, very hard to get. Ding. Here, ooh, I've got too much. I gotta ditch stuff. So all this mud has to be paired with wheat in order to make a mud brick. Here, I don't need coal. I mean, you can make mud manually, but it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain. I don't want to make mud manually. And I would have to make a machine or something to do it to scale. And even then, what can I ditch? I don't need muddy mangrove roots. I just need the mud. I can't see shit, but that's because I've got these like lights shining in my face. So I do this so I don't make a giant freaking hole in the middle of the swamp, you know? Okay. And then wheat. That's it? That's all the wheat? I've got more. So yeah, now we're in another oil shock, and that's because Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz, or whatever they call it, Hormuz, and packed mud. Mwahaha. Oh, that packed mud. No, doesn't do anything. You have to pack it into bricks. Wah. Dope. My mud brick is filled with not mud bricks. Andesite. Oh, here's stone. Stone shouldn't be there. What are you doing, stone? Get out. Get out. Out, stone, out. I've got too much crap. And, like, yeah, it makes me want to expand. But where do I expand to? I've got too much scrap. Clay ball? Like, what is that? 2 stone slabs? Come on. Alright. I'm like trying to make sense of this, but I really don't want to. 1 postal? Come on. This is like a plant. Go back there, plant. Alright. I mean, it's not really, but it can hold water. That's what's neat. Get out of there. Get out of there. 6 sand? Come on. Gravel? Ah, we hate gravel. I mean, I need a little bit of it, but just 1 stack. Muddy mangrove roots. See, like what need of them do we have? We. Anyways, I need more wheat. What else is going on? What else can I like talk? I mean, like I kind of like disconnected from stuff for like the week. I kind of went into like a lot of I kind of was like in like work grind mode. There's too much happening. I can't handle it. I hear Donald Trump's gonna make a fucking golden coin with him on it. Like, that's so fucking dumb. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, is anyone like paying attention? Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, he's already like wrecking our military, wasting all our fucking stuff on a country that didn't threaten us at all. It helped our allies, sure. It helped Israel and Saudi Arabia. Didn't help the United States. Like, why would he do that? Oops. Why would he use our military to help a country, to help two countries that are not us? That doesn't really benefit the people at all. We don't get any benefit from it. We the people would be benefited from switching to renewable energies. That's we'd be what would serve us, not not bowing down to a fucking Middle Eastern monarchy built on oil, or a fucking Middle Eastern like apartheid regime, like colony. Like, what would serve the American people would be to fucking do renewable energy. Like China, what China did. Man, China's got trains all over the place. Trains all over the place. China doesn't have any oil. It has to import all of its oil from overseas. So yeah, it doesn't like what's going on, but China has so much solar panels and so many batteries that it doesn't, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, it is, right? But it's not like a major deal. You can make liquid fuel if you really need it for combustion engines. So if you need like diesel, you can make it with electricity by combining like cheap fucking chemicals, like ammonia and something else. And it's carbon neutral when you make it. So it's not like you're adding greenhouse gases. When you make liquid fuel with electricity, it's carbon neutral. You're using the carbon that's already there. You're not digging up new carbon. So yeah, if our leaders were at all concerned with the American people, we would have no fucking interest at all in the Middle East. And instead, we'd focus 100% of our energies on finding a way to get carbon neutral. At the very least. At the very least, be carbon neutral. Well, we're not emitting any more carbon dioxide into the... Because, like, yeah, like, look at this fucking heat dome over most of the western United States. It's March, guys, and, like, there's already fucking incredible heat. It's just March. So yeah, if our leaders were at all interested in helping the people, they would do things to like help out solar panel companies, right? Because the United States can't be like China. China is a communist command economy. The fucking chairman Xi says something, and then the government makes it happen, and it tells the private businesses like what's going to happen. So I've been to China. I was there. I was there in 2007, before like during W. Bush's term. I've been to China. I was in Shanghai. I went to one of their fucking mega malls. It was a ginormous building. It was fucking huge. And when you go inside, the middle is all hollowed out. The middle is hollowed. It's just a big fucking thing. And all around, on every level, is just a circle. And every circle is a shop. There's a bunch of shops on the circle. So it's like a mall, but like vertical. You have to take stairs to go up to the next level, to go to the next round of shops. And then you keep going up and down. And you can look over the edge and see down and be like, ooh, like, you know, ooh, so far. But the problem was every shop was like a copy of the last shop. Like they were selling all identical products for for identical prices. All the shops. So it was all like, even though there were different shops, they were all like the same shop. Does like, I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, sure, superficially on the outside they would have different labels and stuff, but once you're on the inside and look at the products and the arrangement and everything else, it's like the same thing. It's like the same thing throughout the whole place. So China has a command economy. Like, the government says something and the private industry has to meet the government quotas. Well, the United States can't do that. So China can be like, yo, you make lots of solar panels. Like, I don't care like what the market says. You make a lot of solar panels. And private businesses are obliged to do it. Whereas here in the United States, the government can't be, all right, American companies, we want you to make solar panels to transition the United States to carbon neutral. The government can't tell that to the businesses, but the government can create incentives. Be like, yo, we can't tell you to make solar panels, but we can give you fucking tax breaks and rebates. So if you happen to make solar panels, you can do it for way cheaper than what would normally be the case. And it would make then your business makes financial sense. Right now, maybe it doesn't, but with these financial benefits, they would make sense. And so, as a business, American business is like, well, government's not telling me to make solar panels. Government's not telling me to make a solar panel business, but they're gonna fucking subsidize it. And it's not like government doesn't subsidize other fucking industries. The oil industry, the hydrocarbon industry, has been receiving government subsidies for fucking ever. The farmers have been getting subsidies for fucking ever. So, like even Walmart gives subsidies. Walmart is able to pay its workers less than a living wage because a lot of the Walmart workers are also on food stamps. They're also taking SNAP benefits because they don't make enough money at their Walmart job working full time. So Walmart can pay their workers less money than they need to feed them because the government will pick up the slack. So it's not like the government doesn't fucking subsidize industries anyways. So it makes sense. All right, sure, I will create a business that pretty much requires government subsidies to be profitable, like a lot of other fucking businesses in this country, because it's a national imperative. It's important to do it. You're not, the government's not fucking asking the economy to transition to carbon neutrality because it fucking wants to. It's doing it because it's a national imperative. It's national security. If the Americans don't do it, they're susceptible to things like a fucking oil shock. I'm making coffee. So, for all the faults of the Biden administration, for all its faults, it fucking set us up on a path to transition off of oil and onto electricity that we can produce ourselves. Battery technology is getting to the point where it's really dirt cheap. Batteries are dirt cheap. So all you need is a bunch of fucking cheap ass land out in the desert, paying almost no taxes on it because it's dirt ass cheap land. You can't grow anything on it. You can't do anything on it. You can't mine it. You can't grow anything on it. There's no tourist destination on it. There's nothing out there except sunlight. And the Chinese have found out that if you space out your solar panels a little bit, you can fucking grow in the shade. I mean, it's not a lot, but what if what you're growing is, I mean, it's better than nothing, getting nothing out of the land except sun. So you can earn a profit. I mean, there's be no water. That'd be the issue. There's no water. So I wonder how you do it. Anyways, you can get dirt cheap land and make a profit off of it by installing solar panels. And then all we need is a transmission system that doesn't require or that doesn't have as much loss as we have right now. We lose like half the power we generate just in transmission. Just in transmission. Just getting it from the power plant to your house, we've lost half the electricity that we generate. Isn't that fucking crazy? That's fucking crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you save so much electricity just by generating it locally instead of at a power plant. If you can generate it on your rooftop or in town instead of like at some power plant miles away, like the future is fucking amazing if we can get there. I mean, in a lot of ways we are, right? Like this is the future. But like it's not quite the future that we anticipated. And that's because we are thinking small. Everything requires a shift of energy. We have to shift our energy. We can't be by perpetuating the dependence on oil, we are perpetuating the tyrants. Like, do you want to go to Dune? Like, like, I don't know if it's a pretty heavy-handed metaphor by this point, but spice is oil. Spice is oil. Oil is what lets you live longer, a long time. Oil is what lets you fly all across the universe or the planet, right? Like you can go all over the planet using oil. You get an amazing array of goods delivered to your home because of oil. Those goods are manufactured with oil. You know, energy, you know what I mean? Energy. And they're transported with energy. Like the food that you eat produced with oil because the fertilizer that they use is with oil. The pesticides are created with oil, delivered with oil. It's like everything is oil. Everything. The light bulbs that you're using right now created with oil, energy. So like it's the linchpin for our entire society. And it has allowed us to have like an amazing lifespan and health and all sorts of amazing things. But it also comes at a great cost. Like, so okay, so what's the story, right? I mean, I've always said that energy is the crux of everything, and it really is, because when you like, let me just recount the story again, right? The story of life, like how we got here, right? Because that's, you know, once you see it in context, it starts to make sense. All right. In order for systems to perpetuate themselves through time, they require energy. It requires energy. I think they created time crystals that can repeat a pattern through time that doesn't require energy. And I'm like, damn. Time crystals that can hold a pattern without using energy through time. That's pretty nifty, because every other thing I notice requires energy in order to hold information. Anytime you want to hold information, perpetuate it through time, it requires an input of energy. So if we think about what is life, what is life? What is it? What is life? Like, you get down to like the beginning, right, of one-celled organisms. The beginning of life, the very, 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 because you know, Evolution's a fact. We're going on evolution here, right? So the beginning of life, one-celled organisms. What are they? It's life, but nothing like the life we live. Like like what is it? And then you get down to it, and what is it? It's just a fucking one-celled organism that makes copies of itself over and over again. That's it. and like, when you get down to it, what's the copy that it's making? What's the thing that's being copied? And like, what are the instructions of the copy, right? Like, how do you make a copy out of nothing? How do you do that? And you follow the instructions. So okay, the instructions have to be written down somewhere. Well, then where are the instructions written down? Right? They're written down in DNA. And well then what? Like, the instructions are written in DNA? What do you mean? I mean, well, what is DNA? DNA is just a pattern of proteins being folded. It's just a pattern. It's just a pattern. A pattern of folded proteins. It's just a pattern. That's all it is. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. A pattern is information. A pattern is information that makes more of itself over time. It's a machine that makes more of itself over time. A 3D printing machine that makes more of itself over time. Okay, but like, hold on, I'm getting my coffee here. Okay, so in order for this pattern to persist over time, because the state of nature is entropy, right? We understand this. The state of nature is entropy. Things want to fall apart. Things tend to fall apart. Things want to fall apart. Things want to fall apart. So in order for, that includes the instructions to build life. Like, who wrote these instructions? I don't know. I don't know. These instructions came to be somehow, and they perpetuated themselves over time. In order to perpetuate themselves over time, because remember, things want to fall apart because of entropy. How do you hold it together? And you hold it together with energy. Where do you get the energy? That's the question, right? That's the fundamental problem of life. The fundamental problem of life is, how do you get the energy to hold the instructions together? Let alone fucking execute the instructions. How do you get the energy to hold the instructions together through time? To keep it together through time? How do you get that energy? So, like, in the beginning, I guess, you would get your energy from the environment. I don't know exactly how, right? I guess they just ate, the one-celled organisms just ate shit in the environment, whatever's around. And then, but it wasn't very efficient. I think the big change happened when, I'm not an expert on this, but I think a big change happened when one cell got absorbed by another cell and they became friends. When one cell absorbed another cell and they became friends, I think that made a big change in cellular biology. When the mitochondria came about and started living inside of cells, that changed a lot of stuff. And I don't understand exactly how, because biology is not my strength. Um, but from what I understand, the mitochondria is like the powerhouse of the cell somehow, provides energy. So like it's all about energy. So you have this arms race now because like you either get your energy from the environment or you get your energy by eating other living things. That's it. You either get your energy from the environment or you get your energy from eating other things that get their energy from the environment. So like, yeah, there's your arms race. Like in order to preserve your information, you have to write more information on like and perpetuate that through time, which requires energy and more energy. And then you get to so like goes through life, right? Evolution, right? Crazy story of life. Millions upon millions of unfathomable years have passed. Humans can't comprehend it. Can't even conceive of it. Can't fucking conceive of what it'd be like to live for like 500 million years. Can't do it, right? To be conscious for 500 million years, like to the human mind, would drive you fucking crazy. You would lose you would a human would lose like sense of the beginning and of the purpose. They'd forget the reason why. They forget why they started the trip. After 500 years. After 500 million years. They would forget the beginning. Anyways, um it's information. It's information. Uh Perpetuating itself. And then it was all hunky dory. It was all fine and dandy until you get to agriculture. This is according to man, I don't know the guy's name anymore. I need to look it up. He wrote Ishmael, the talking gorilla Ishmael, um, and he proposed this idea that the hunter-gatherer societies um, enslaved the oh no the agriculture early agriculture societies enslaved the hunter-gatherer societies tribes to work on their farms and start the first empires and the first master-slave relationships. But I was going to say before that it's all about energy. And what happened was everything was all hunky-dory until the monkeys, the apes, started playing around with fire. And the apes started playing around with fire and figured out that you could use fire to transform the world and make energy more accessible to you. What I mean is the apes figured out that if you go to an area that had already been burned by fire, like it already went through there, and you found nuts on the ground that the fire went over, and you ate those nuts were like, before you couldn't eat them, but now you could. And they were really good. And sometimes there was like a rabbit or something that didn't make it out, and it's all cooked, and you ate that, and it was like really good, and it didn't make you sick. Like, so these very very beginning humans, I mean they're not humans yet, right? But they're like our ancestors, figured out that if you use fire, you can transform the world. You can cook, and if you cook, you I mean, because fire is energy, right? Every other living creature either gets its energy from the environment, like from the sun, or I mean, technically you can get it from like geothermal vents and shit, but like pretty much from the sun. You get your energy from the sun, or you get your energy from eating other things that are alive. That's it. That's the only places you get energy. So when our human ancestors started messing with fire, they were unlocking a new source of energy. Instead of having to process, because when you think about what holds this all together is energy, right? We eat food, and that food is broken down in our gut into a form of glucose, which we ourselves can break into pieces, and then when we break the pieces, it gets energy. It burns energy, and it creates waste product that our blood takes away and sends to wherever it goes. The waste goes either to our lungs or to our kidneys. You know. so um so everything's burning, right? Everything's energy. Our cells, in order to live, require energy. To get the energy, we eat food, and the amount of energy you get out of the food you eat depends on a lot of stuff, right? If I eat in Minecraft, if I eat a raw piece of meat, sure, I can eat it. I don't have any raw meat, but if I did, right? If I had raw meat, if I ate it, sure, I get a little bit of nutrition out of it, but not very much, and it's gross. Right? If I cook the meat first and then I eat it, I get a lot more nutrition out of it in Minecraft and in real life. In real life, by cooking food, you make the nutrients more bioavailable to your body. So, forever, our ancestors were eating raw ass food, just raw fucking food, raw nuts, raw roots, raw berries, like raw, I don't know if they could even eat raw animals, right? I don't know if they could even do that. Maybe. They would eat raw, everything raw. Well, once you figure out fire and you start cooking, that changes everything. Cooking changes everything. Cooking changes everything. When you start cooking, all of a sudden, all that food that you couldn't eat before, now you can eat it. Because you use fire to transform the food into something you can eat. All that meat that you couldn't eat before, now you can cook it, kill the parasites, kill the worms, and eat it and get food out of it. Now your body is able to extract way more nutrients and energy from the food you eat so that you need less food in order to get the same energy. It's all about energy. The energy is there to hold hold things together against entropy, and to express the information you have. You need the energy to express the information you have and to hold yourself together against entropy. So our ancestors, when they discovered fire, that was a major energy unlock. Because then you could get a lot more energy, and that transformed humans, right? That transformed us. I think the first human to use fire, I think it was Homo erectus or Homo ergaster, one of those. But they're the ones who figured out fire, and when they figured out fire, humans started transforming, literally transforming, literally changing physically, transforming. Literally changing our bodies with the use of fire, because now the process of digestion isn't contained solely inside the human's gut that requires energy and a biome to have. Now you're doing the processing outside of the gut using fire. You're processing the food out here, like pregurgitation. You know how adult birds will eat food, digest it a little bit, and then barf it up into their kid's mouth, and then the kid eats it. So the kids can't eat raw food straight up. The kid needs it to be digested a little bit by the parent in order for the kid to get any nutrients out of it. It's the same thing. Fire pre-digests our food for us so we can get more nutrients out of it. So that was a huge, and so because of that unlock, because of that nutrient unlock, that literally transformed the humans from Homo erectus into what we are today right now. But that's just one unlock of energy. The other unlock of energy was calories. Because sure, you might have fire, but you're still getting calories the same way, hunter-gathering. That's it. You may get better at hunting and gathering, but you're still hunting and gathering. You're still only taking the calories that are available in the environment. Like that's it, right? And if there's no calories in the environment, you either leave or you die. That's it. That's it. That's it. You leave or you die. So the calorie was still a very limited resource. Was the limiting energy, just like it was in all of nature. All of nature is limited by the calorie. How do you get energy? Because the calorie is the unit of energy that the body uses. So it requires calories in order to maintain the energy, the information that life has stored in its body. It's a container that contains the DNA. So in order to keep your information, the integrity together, to persist through time, it requires calories. That's the energy. That's the energy you need. Well, then you come across to agriculture. Suddenly, agriculture transforms energy, transforms the calorie. It makes calories fucking surplus. There's an excess of calories. Whereas before, you didn't have enough, you can never get enough calories. Because if you had too many calories, you had no way of keeping them. Like, oh, look, there's a lot of fruits and berries. Oh, look, there's a lots of animals here. We can stay here a long time. Like, we can have a lot of children. That's about it, right? You have no other way of storing calories. Like, oh, look, it's all gone. All that plentiful good stuff that was too much for us to use, now it's all gone, and we have no way of keeping it. Now we're starving and we're dying. Like, that's the way it goes. Well, when agriculture came along, and with grain silos, now you have a way of producing excess calories. Oh, look, all these extra calories. We couldn't eat all this food. We can't even eat all this food right now. Like, we have to save it. Now you have a grain storage, right? You have a place to store the excess, the extra grain, so that, oh no, look, we couldn't produce as much calories this year. That's okay. We have a silo of grain that we saved from last year that we can keep living off of. Like, so you can keep growing regardless of what nature tells you to do. Regardless of the natural conditions, you can keep producing in a surplus of calories and keep growing humans. That's why it's such a huge unlock. Just like fire was a big change, the calorie was a big change. Because now you can grow shit tons of humans. All you're limited to is how much food you can grow. So people were fighting over land, right? Because you want land to grow food, to grow more humans. With more humans, you can do more things, like make bigger armies to conquer more land, to grow more food. You see how that works? Like it's a self-perpetuating system of conquest, like master-slave. It has to continually expand or it dies. But if it continually expands, it eventually hits the point where its logistics can't keep up. It grows so big that the communications can't keep it alive, and it falls apart, entropy. You can't pump in enough energy into the system to keep it together, hold it together. All right, so then we get to the next unlock, which was coal. So that coincides with the transformation of society from feudal systems to capitalist systems. Now, understand that master-slave relationship requires conquest. It requires conquest because it's the externalization of costs. You want to externalize costs For any system wants to externalize costs because costs require energy to overcome. So if you have a limited supply of energy, you don't want to deal with the cost of anything. You want to externalize as much cost as possible. Push that shit out as much as possible. So in a master-slave relationship, that means the slave is the one that usually eats all the shit. And in a pre-industrial world, humans weren't powerful enough. Their productive capacities weren't powerful enough to utterly destroy and overcome nature. Nature was still a pretty fucking profound, powerful entity you had to deal with. You couldn't overcome nature. Nature was gonna fuck you. But once you hit, so you could dump all your shit onto nature. You can externalize anything you couldn't anything you couldn't externalize, or you could externalize to nature, you did, because nature is the final place you externalize costs. Like, nature is not going to say no. If you dump oil on a patch of pristine wilderness isn't going to be like, no, you can't do that. It's just going to fucking take it. So if you don't want to pay for it and you dump it on pristine wilderness, like, you don't pay for it. The costs are transferred to the pristine wilderness, and it's not pristine anymore. And the life that lives there dies. But if you're a corporation, you don't give a fuck. You're about the profit. Anyways, so that was the next big energy unlock, was coal. Because with coal, you can run machines. And you greatly increase the productive capacity of humans. Like, an incredible increase in the productive capacity of humans through the use of coal. And then it, but the old feudal systems were like slow to die off. That's what World War I and II was. World War I and II were the old feudal systems finally being defeated by the new capitalist systems. And that was when the United States finally fucking took control of oil, because it recognized oil as the energy source. So all these feudal nations, like all of Europe was a bunch of like kingdoms, right? And they recognized, like, oh shit, if we take over these faraway nations, these faraway lands, we can externalize our costs to them and internalize all their benefits to us. So yeah, dude, the British Empire wasn't an empire to fucking spread goodness. No, it was an empire sent to exploit the world to improve England. They sent all the good shit from the rest of the world into England, and sent all the bad shit from England out into the world. What do you think is Australia? They took their criminals and sent them to Australia. They externalized their costs into the world, into nature, and internalized everything. Like, fucking England fucking controlled all of India. Millions upon millions of people being exploited for the good of the British Empire. Like France, dude. France was all up in Vietnam. France was all up in Laos, trying to create French colonies to the benefit of France, not to the benefit of the Laotians, not to the benefit of the Vietnamese, but for the benefit of the French. Um, Indonesia. Indonesia was colonized by the Dutch. I was there, man. I was there in Medina. I think it was called Medina. Uh, I stayed at an old colonial house that was transformed into like it was a hotel, but it was an old colonial house, old Dutch colonial house. Because the Dutch had fucking plantations. Did they have slavery? I don't know, right? I don't know. My history's not that good. But I'm sure the fucking relations weren't that great. It was funny. It was funny at that place because they were happy to take euros. They're happy. They're like, sure, we'll convert your euros into our Indonesian money. But then they saw my dollars and they're like, we don't know. We only take dollars if they're absolutely fucking perfect, crisp, no bends, no creases, no marks, no stamps, no smudges, no writing, no nothing. It has to be a fucking pristine dollar. Like, if you bend the corner, no good. They won't take it. Yeah, man. That was in Indonesia. So the Europeans, prior to World War I and II, when they were all kingdoms and shit, like, discovered sailing, blue water sailing, and fucking sent out colonizing forces to colonize and subjugate the world for the good of the empire. They all did it. They all did it if they could. Even Germany did it. They all did it. They all did it. Like, I didn't know this, but the Arab nations did it too. So everybody did it, right? That's what they did. They go out, they find a weaker nation, they fucking subjugate it, colonize it, and exploit it. They take all the good stuff out of it and send it back to the core country. Then World War I and II happened. And that was the dying off of the old feudal empires. And the reordering of the world. And the old European empires could no longer hold on to the colonies anymore. Algeria broke free of France. India broke free of England. The Laotians and the Vietnamese broke free of France. Like, everyone broke free of their colonial subjugators. Because that was the New World Order, right? Under the United States, the New World Order was that nobody would invade anybody else. People would maintain territorial integrity. That we could use reason, come together in a United Nations to talk out our differences and not result to war. That was the fucking whole point. That was the whole idea of the New World Order created by the United States in the wake of World War II, with the destruction of all the colonial empires. Colonialism was a fucking thing of the past. We were done with it. And yet, they created Israel, which is a colonial project. And the United States continued to fucking invade other fucking nations all over the place. In South America, in the Middle East, all over the fucking place. And that's because it had control of oil, energy. Right? It's back to the energy. Because the United States had its own supply of energy and it controlled the supply of energy to other nations, they kind of had to go along with the idea that you couldn't invade other foreign nations anymore, because the United States had the energy, and if you didn't buy the energy from the Americans, you had to buy it from like Russia, and that was the USSR, and they were fucking scary back then. So, but yeah, it's all about energy. So now we're getting to a point where we need to transition off of oil. Oil is killing our environment because it's externalizing the cost of oil to the environment, which, you know, now that we're at the industrial level, now humans can really fuck up our environment. Before we couldn't do it. We were too weak. Now with our machines and our energy, we can totally fuck up the environment. So it behooves us to change our energy source, because right now energy is having the energy controlled by just a few entities is terrible. It's such a bad idea. Well, we gotta wrest our country back from the fucking fascists. Donald Trump is clearly a fucking fascist. He's an authoritarian. He's putting up his face all over the place. He's making a coin. He put up his face at the Department of Justice. He put up his face like all over the place. He's just putting banners with his face on it. He destroyed the fucking White House. The east wing of the White House. Just destroyed it. No planning, no permission. He didn't fucking respect our shared tradition. He just fucking took advantage of it. He's a piece of shit, Donald Trump. Fuck him. Like, our country could be amazing. We could be the model for the world. But we got to deal with our history. Our history of slavery and genocide, which is impacting us to this day, because look who the fucking president is. Don't tell me that the United States has dealt with its history of racism and slavery and genocide when it elects a man like Donald Trump. Clearly, the Americans have not dealt with their fucking history. Like, why don't we have universal health care? Like, geez, every other fucking country has a form of universal health care where you don't have to worry about insurance. You don't have to worry about fucking shit like that. All you do is go to the doctor when you're sick. They don't have medical bankruptcy in other countries. Why don't we have it? Why don't we have universal health care here in the United States? Medicare for everyone. Why don't we have it? Why don't we have it? Why don't we have it? Oh, because of the racists. That's why. Because of the racists. They don't want undeserving people to have health care. I mean, they'll couch it however they need to couch it. But when it comes down to it, they don't want those other people to get health care. So they'd rather everyone suffer than those people get health care. I think I saw someone on Twitter say that white people would rather pour cement into public pools than to desegregate them and let black people use them. And I think that's kind of happening with the United States. White people would rather destroy the United States than to uh, let not white non-white people have power, have control of the United States. They would the racist white people would rather destroy the country than to hand it off to non-white people. That's the way to put it. That's exactly what it is. The same people who would rather pour cement into the public pools than to share it with black people are the same people that would destroy the country rather than hand it off to black people. That's exactly it. Because we have not dealt with our history as a country. And that's clear. Look how open the racists are now. Look how open they are. The bigots. Look how open. Like, gas is like the highest I've ever seen it. And it's going to go higher. Because this is not something Donald Trump can fucking bullshit his way through. He cannot bullshit his way through this. Like maybe in America, he can say some bullshit, and the press won't call him out on it, and they'll go along with it, and it's just bullshit. And like you have to know it's bullshit, because no one's gonna tell you, right? Well, it doesn't work like that in the rest of the world. Donald Trump can say, "Oh, the war's over. We totally defeated them. It's finished. It's all." He can say all the bullshit he wants. But Iran is still closing the strait. Iran is still causing gas prices to be fucking $4.50 a gallon. All the bullshit Donald Trump says isn't going to change that fact. It's a fact. And that fact is going to weigh more and more and more on his presidency. Like, it's funny. It's so funny to see Trump supporters start to get angry at Donald Trump now that the gas prices are high. Like, raping 13-year-old children, no fucking problem. Like, making billions of dollars off the presidency, no problem. Like, openly corrupt, no problem. But you make our gas prices high, oh, now we're angry. Man, those Trump supporters, holy shit. I'm going to need a lot more. Yeah, I want it to go all the way over there. Oh my. What else is going on, man? I don't even want to fucking deal with it. I can't. It's energy. If we can get off of oil, it would help a lot. All the power structures that depend on oil would crumble. I mean, they'd rather destroy the world than lose their power. That's what's happening. They're all, if we can't have the world, no one can have it. Fuck Trump supporters. Man, I gotta go to this protest today. Again. Again and again and again. The no Kings people are trying to like pull me into it. They're like, don't you want to like have a job? Your job is like to like shepherd the people around. Don't you want a job to shepherd the people around? I'm like, no, I don't. they One of the people tried to guilt me into it, to guilt trip me into it. They're like, oh yeah, we're not gonna be able to do it. We don't have enough people. I'm like, oh well, it's gonna happen whether or not you have people or not. Like, yeah, yeah. Like, I don't even want to go, man. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Ooh, it's being a level higher. That's kind of weird. Kind of weird, man. Yeah, man, by not going with Kamala Harris, we fucked ourselves. We fucked ourselves. So hard. I don't know, what else can I say? I made all those mud bricks for nothing. I didn't even use them. I didn't even use them. Yeah, so I was gonna be like, yo, I should get my video card repasted. So I'm using it right top notch right now. And I like what is I'm using it 98. What's my temperature? My video card temperature, GPU temperature is 74. Right? Like not the hotspot, but the GPU 74. That's nowhere near like what it should be. Like basically the guy was telling me like it's a waste of time to swap out the thermal paste in my video card with PTM 7950. It's a waste of time. And I'm looking at my readings here, and he's like, yeah, probably. the overall card doesn't get that hot. He was trying to tell me that they used liquid metal. I'm like, man, I don't think they're using liquid metal on these reference cards. But at the same time, there's no reason to do it. Well, no, I mean, there has been, right? In the past, my cards crashed a bunch of times. But is that because of the heat? Or is that because, like, if I leave things at stock, it usually stays okay. Usually. Like, I was using lossless scaling before. I'm not using it this time. Like, I don't know. I'm using a new build of OBS 32.1.0. I don't know. Yo, this is like taking forever. Ooh, pretty scary. No. My CPU is at 50. Man, this is like easy mode. My GPU is pretty maxed out. It's like 97, 98. But it should be, right? Minecraft, a video camera, OBS, encoding. A new desert village to visit. It's a lot longer than I thought it would be. Do I want to start turning here or probably over there more? Energy, politics. Man, I don't know who they're going to get for president. It better not be Gavin Newsom. Oh, Elizabeth Warren fucking endorsed Graham Plattner. Dude's a Nazi. He covered up his Nazi thing, but only because he had to. Not because he felt bad about it, but because he got called out for it. And he was gonna like, oh no, I'm gonna lose my chance at power. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, dude. Gonna kind of overshoot it. Ooh. Skytrain. The only way to travel. Skytrain. So you know what I need to do is beat the game and get the elytra so I can continue to build these fantastic buildings with supports. Jeez Louise, I am high up here. Yeah, buddy, you're gonna like miss everything. Might want to rethink this. Yeah. Oops. uh, like here, let's do it from this guy, cause like this is like why I would come here. Invisible spider. Look at that. That's kind of cool. And in there, more spiders. You can't see them at all. You can't see anything. What's going on in there? Is it even working? Oh yeah. There they are. So yeah, if I wanted to get spiders. Yes, that's a spider farm. It's a string farm. And there's the spider spawner in there. Okay. But I need to, let's see. Right here? Nope, right here. Right here. This is the one. Okay. I don't have anything here. Let's see. Do I have any bricks here? I have mossy cobblestone. That'll work. Or should I use sandstone? No, it's all sand. Smooth sandstone. But do mossy cobblestone. Do. I think that's right. Or is it this one? I don't know. It's not. No, it's this one here. All right, here. Let's try. 1, 2, 3. Let's go 3. Now let's go. There's got to be a better way of doing this. pretty. This looks so ugly. Oh, damn it. What if I double up my ooh, my slabs? Ooh, that works. Ta-da! Ah. Okay. Wah wah wah. So Donald Trump is a bad man. Oh shit! I gotta like get going here pretty soon. I need to take a shower and get dressed and prepare myself to go protest. I could stay home and play Minecraft all day. It would be great, but you know. I'm like, how am I ever gonna meet a woman this way? Never, never. I'm never gonna meet a woman this way. For some reason, I don't think women are into Minecraft. I don't know why, dude. I think this game is amazing. I would love to get a girlfriend playing Minecraft. That'd be great. But yeah, anyways, when me and every other guy, right? Would love a girl to play Minecraft. All right. Ugly is sin, but I'll fix that later. To my front door to get spiders, string. Had I a sword, right? I need a sword to effectively kill them. I think like Bane of Arachnids 4 or something. Just leave it here. Yeah, ugly. Well, we'll make a train station out of this. It'll be prettier. I can start exploring this down at this area here. It's kind of neat. I like the desert. Making a new train line. Making a new train line. But I need an elytra so I can like add in the pillars without like dying, without falling every time and hurting myself. I had one viewer and that viewer's gone. They're like, oh look, he's making a staircase. I'm out of here. What did you expect? It's Minecraft. I found out I have money in my PayPal account, so I can like buy these shaders. And probably like, I hear another good one is, well, like, if there's any texture packs that's really, really good that I should get, let me know. But these shaders, iteration RP, I think that's like it's like a couple bucks maybe. But see, that's not the issue. The issue is that you have to like fucking pay the money and then get a link to Discord and then join their Discord to get the download link. Like it seems kind of stupid. But isn't that all of them? They're all like that? Like I think Patreon at least has like a website you can go to. Not Discord. Yay! Alright, what time? 10:40. Yeah, I need to like start getting ready to go out into the world. Alright, until next time. Peace.